Hey y'all, welcome to my live. I am excited to be talking about if you truly believe you are with a good man, the three things you gotta stop doing if you want him to become even better. So, my name is Zakira Dion Troyer. I am a love strategist. I help women create the life of their dreams, whether that's in relationships, whether that is in their career or business, or in real estate. So, whatever it is that you're interested in taking it to the next level, that's what I like to talk about. So, that's who I am, that's what I do. Let's get started into if you truly believe you have a good man, here are three things you need to stop doing that will make him become even better. So, I know you're probably tired of arguing about the same old things over and over, and deep down in your heart, you know he's a good man, but like y'all are constantly bumping heads. Well, when a man loves a woman, she has the power to create and change the energy and vibe within the relationship. That is very important. And because of your vibe, your energy, and being intentional, you can literally change the whole dynamic of your relationship and inspire your man to treat you even better. So, here's the first thing you need to stop doing if you want him to become even better. So, number one is saying the first thing that comes to your mind. I meet so many women that tell me when they're in an argument with their significant other, they just say whatever, like they just pop off. And I mean, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes that is kind of necessary, but like that should not be every time y'all have conflict, every time y'all have a problem, you're just popping off. Instead, a woman's true power is in her ability to rest, sit back, relax, and actually think for a second. Like, okay, I know whatever's going on in the relationship, it may have pissed you off, it may have upset you, it may have disappointed you, but when you're sharing your emotions with a man, if you actually tap into being intentional, you can, for lack of a better word, manipulate the situation to where it actually inspires him to do better, to become better, and not just saying the first thing that comes to your mind. Nesa Bougie says, reflection is so important. Yes, girl. And even so, here's the thing. I used to have anger problems, like real bad, but that got nipped in the bud when I was like a teenager. And so ever since then, I've been like, all right, if I'm feeling explosive, then like, whoa, I need to take a step back. I don't need to say anything. Like, that is when you're fully charged with emotions, that is not the time to be just like pop it off. Like, I really believe that silence is a woman's power. And by you being able to just not say anything and actually think about like, okay, why is this upsetting me? Like, what is it about this situation that is upsetting me versus, okay, yeah, you're dumb, you're stupid. Like, people don't realize, like, when you say hurtful things, well, really to anyone, not even just your significant other, but when you just say things and attack someone's character, when you belittle them, it doesn't matter if you're right. Ultimately, you are causing damage to the relationship and making that person feel emotionally unsafe around you. So, creating emotional safety is like a woman's number one should be a feminine woman's number one priority in the relationship. So, okay, let's see. Did I cover everything? Okay, so as much as we would like to believe that men should just man up, they should be able to just handle everything that we say to them. If we want him to provide the physical and financial stability, it is our responsibility as women to provide emotional safety to our partners. So this is important to think before you speak, because men's egos are fragile, they're sensitive, and if you just say whatever, even if the conflict ultimately gets resolved, you are going to, his ego is still going to be hurt, and he's going to feel like, oh, now I have to walk on eggshells. I can't say too much to her because anytime we get into a fight, she's going to go bringing it up. So the next thing would be, oh yeah, so, okay, finishing up that first point about not saying the first thing that comes to your mind. It is a woman's responsibility to, well, this is if you want to bring the best out of him. I can't speak to every woman, but if you want to bring the best out of your man, it is important to be thoughtful and slow to respond. That is a huge feminine asset. If you can learn how to get out your feelings, or at least like step back and not just explode, then that's a game changer, okay? So moving on to number 2. If you want to make him even better, you have to stop talking to him like he's your son. This is a huge mistake that I've seen a lot of high achieving women do as it pertains to their relationships with their partner, because treating your partner like he's your son or your employee is the fastest way to kill romance and passion in your relationship. So if you want him to be the masculine man, the manly man that wants to protect and provide for you, you coming at him like he's less than you and you know what's best and all of that, like that's not the right energy, okay? So if you want him to treat you like a queen and act like a king, be aware of the tone and energy when you speak. So for instance, like I'm talking to y'all, this is a more assertive tone, but when I'm talking to my husband, if we're having some kind of disagreement, I take it way back. You just got to be willing to rest, drop your tone a little bit, and not come with so much like high abrasive resistance energy. So let's see. Like I said, we are responsible for activating their masculine energy and making him feel admired and respected. If you're having a disagreement with your partner and you are not keeping in mind that you need to be respectful, that you shouldn't be taking shots at his character, taking shots at him as a person, and really, just because the question is, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? That's the real question. How important is your happiness in this relationship as opposed to being right? Because so many women get so caught up in proving that I was right about this, I'm always right. Like proving that you are right is like that's not important. Let's be honest, what's more important? Being right and being alone, having tension in your relationship, or being happy and keeping in mind his ego, keeping in mind his needs as well, and being able to address the situation from a place of love. When you talk from your heart and you speak from a place of love, people hear you. Versus talking to him like, oh, you should have known better, da-da-da-da-da. I already told you, da-da-da-da-da. Versus like, okay, I'm trying to think. It's been a couple of times that my husband forgets to do things that I've asked him to do. And if I was to treat him like my son, it would be like, I don't know how many times I gotta tell you, da-da-da-da-da-da, and just pop off, right? Versus I respect my husband. I see him as my king. I admire him. I really value the emotional safety in our relationship. So instead of going off like that, I'm gonna just simply say, Shug, I really need this. Chuck, please, can you please help me with this? I really need this. Can you see the difference? Even though I already told him numerous times, I'm still going to ask him like it's the first time. So as a result, because I am being thoughtful, I'm being respectful, I'm more likely to not only get the result that I'm looking for, but also keep our passion and romance intact despite having conflict. So that's number 2. Let's see. The third thing you have to stop doing if you want to bring the best out of your partner is bringing up the negative past. This is a hard one. This is a hard one even for me. As much as I like to think that I am so forward thinking, it's hard. It is hard to not bring up something that already has hurt you before, has already pissed you off before, just because you're, upset, and it's like, okay, this is adding fuel to the fire. So let's see. If you find yourself constantly bringing up old issues, you need to go to therapy, whether that's individually or as a couple, so you all can work through that. But if you want him to become a more romantic provider, he has to know that you are easy to please and appreciate everything that he does. So with that being said, if you are constantly bringing up time and time again when you've been dissatisfied, disappointed, or just hurt by a situation, it's going to make him feel like he can't win with you. And the moment he feels like he can't win with you, he's going to stop trying. Men like to feel accomplished. Men like to feel like, wow, I'm doing a good job. But by you bringing up the negative past, it's not helping you grow for the future. So if you find yourself constantly bringing up the past, constantly talking about old things and all this hurt and pain and issues and things that just annoy you that he seems to keep doing, go to therapy. This is important as well because a lot of the times men can't hear us. I know that's hurtful. It's hurtful because we are, we as women, like I said, we're thoughtful. We can be deep thinkers. We can be very intentional. But a lot of the times, men cannot hear you. So if you find yourself saying things over and over again, you find yourself that he's not listening to you, that's okay. Hire a professional. A lot of the times, men need to hear other men speak on a topic or hear a professional, someone that is not inside of your home, someone that is not in your family, someone that is not related to you at all, for them to actually, listen. And that's okay. Again, I don't care if I've said it 1,000 times and my husband has not implemented anything that I'm saying. So, okay, I would rather hire a professional than keep talking about the same issue and proving that I was right about a situation. I would rather just get the result than care about who said what was, and what was right. I would rather just get the result that I'm looking for and keep my marriage happy and awesome. So, let's see what else we got on this topic. Okay, so like I said already, men need to know that you are easy to please and appreciate everything that he does. So when you focus on the future together and give him the opportunity, focus on the future together and give him the opportunity to be your hero today. So rather than keeping score of what all he hasn't done right, give him the opportunity to be your hero today. So that really concludes this post that I'm going to be sending out. I post on my blog at least once a week, sharing all things from relationship, femininity, mindset, and I am going to start sharing a little bit more about real estate on there. So if you're interested in my blog, go to the link in my bio. It should be under, it's like some kind of freebie. If you look at it, it should say like free game, free mindset post, something like that. Go there so you can read up and get familiar on the topics. And if you want to go deeper, feel free to book a call with me if you want to tap into your feminine energy and learn how to be more strategic with your love life. But this concludes this video. Talk to you later. Bye.